During a hike to a forest lake, three best friends find themselves the target of a maniac in a wolf mask, but the girls manage to kill him and escape. 15 months later, one of the friends, blogger Heather, releases a documentary about what happened to them, and following its success, invites the friends to meet at her boyfriend's country house. But the company once again is besieged by maniacs in wolf masks. And yes, this time there are many of them. First of all, it should be stipulated that Followers is not a standalone movie, but a sequel. The first installment was called Follower, directed by the same James Rich and released in 2022. However, you don't have to watch it, because the authors made an unusual move. They trimmed down the original 1-hour movie and turned its resulting recap into the prologue of Followers. That is, in fact, Followers starts only from the 15th minute, with the title 15 Months Later, and before that we are shown an accelerated retelling of the first part. If Follower, filmed in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic, was primarily a low-budget variation of the classical forest slashers, in the sequel the authors were apparently inspired by The Purge and The Strangers. Now it's a story about a large house being besieged by a group of masked and armed psychos. As with the first installment, the sequel's budget is obviously small, but the movie sincerely tries to be memorable. If not for its rich visuals and powerful acting, then for its thoughtful approach to the genre. It's interesting that Followers is not so much a slasher as it is a social commentary on what we tell the world about ourselves through social media, and how that world, in turn, perceives us. In modern times of loud opinions and public positions, anything can be interpreted as an invitation to action, and an active social life attracts the attention of all sorts of people, including many who, for some reason, think you owe them something. The movie also attempts to reflect on the fact that the pursuit of fame almost always takes an ugly form, whether violence is involved or not. However, in the case of Followers, it is better not to hope for actual research of the topic. The authors of the movie do not want to dig deep, arranging the pieces on the board as simply as possible. Here are 3 innocent pigs, and here are evil and scary gray wolves. Why are they like this? Well, they don't like women, and also want to avenge for the comrade, killed in the first part. Is it enough for you? As it was said above, the budget of the movie is obviously small, and it is noticeable by the way the authors treat the murder scenes. The editing makes sure the moments with practical effects occurred off-screen. The camera gets only the already inflicted wounds. But the creators of the movie are trying hard to add atmosphere and suspense by means of pressurizing sound effects and expressive frame composition. Anyway, Followers will be remembered mainly because of its climax and finale, which is arthouse-style show-off, but is giving the right emotion.